Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the forests of North America. Described as a large, hairy, bipedal humanoid, Bigfoot has been a staple of American folklore for centuries and is one of the most popular cryptids worldwide. The creature's existence remains unproven, yet stories and sightings continue to capture the imagination of people across the globe. Origins and name. The name Bigfoot is derived from the creature's large footprints, which are often found in remote forest areas. Sasquatch is a term borrowed from the Halkomelem language of indigenous peoples in the Pacific Northwest, meaning wild man or hairy man. Stories of Bigfoot-like creatures can be traced back to Native American oral traditions. Many tribes have legends of large, hairy beings that live in the wilderness and avoid human contact. These tales often depict Bigfoot as a guardian of the forest, possessing both physical strength and spiritual power. Physical description. Bigfoot is typically described as being between 6 to 10 feet tall, with a muscular build and covered in dark hair or fur. Witnesses often report that the creature walks upright, similar to humans, with a gait that is distinctly different from that of a bear or other known animals. Bigfoot's face is usually said to be ape-like, with a pronounced brow ridge, deep-set eyes, and a wide, flat nose. Some descriptions include details like large feet, hence the name, often measuring up to 24 inches in length, and a strong, unpleasant odor associated with the creature. Historical sightings. Reports of Bigfoot sightings date back to the 19th century, with accounts from early settlers and prospectors in the Pacific Northwest. These early stories describe encounters with a giant, hairy creature that left behind enormous footprints. The creature gained widespread attention in the 1950s and 1960s when a series of footprint discoveries and reported sightings sparked media interest. In 1958, a construction worker named Jerry Crew found large, human-like footprints at a worksite in Northern California, bringing the name Bigfoot into popular usage. Famous encounters. One of the most famous pieces of alleged evidence is the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film, which purportedly captures footage of a female Bigfoot walking along Bluff Creek in California. The grainy film remains one of the most debated and scrutinized pieces of evidence in Bigfoot lore. Over the years, numerous eyewitness accounts, photographs, audio recordings of supposed Bigfoot vocalizations, and even hair samples have been presented as evidence. However, none of these have been conclusively proven to be of a Bigfoot, and many have been debunked as hoaxes or misidentifications of known animals. Footprints and physical evidence. Large footprints, often accompanied by strange or unidentifiable hair, are the most common type of physical evidence reported. These footprints sometimes show a mid-tarsal break, a feature associated with non-human primates, which has intrigued some researchers. Other reported evidence includes twisted tree branches, makeshift shelters, and unusual rock piles, which some believe to be signs of Bigfoot's presence or activities. Cryptozoological perspective. Cryptozoologists, who study hidden or unknown animals, argue that Bigfoot could be a surviving member of a prehistoric species, such as Gigantopithecus, a giant ape thought to have gone extinct around 300,000 years ago. They suggest that a small population of these creatures could have survived in remote areas. Others propose that Bigfoot could be a hominin species, possibly related to humans or another branch of the evolutionary tree, living in isolation in the vast wilderness areas of North America. Skeptical viewpoints. Skeptics argue that there is no credible evidence to support the existence of Bigfoot. They suggest that sightings can be attributed to hoaxes, misidentifications of known animals, such as bears standing on their hind legs, and psychological factors like the power of suggestion and mass hysteria. The lack of physical evidence, such as bones, bodies, or conclusive DNA samples, is often cited as a major argument against the existence of Bigfoot. Folklore and pop culture. Bigfoot has become an iconic figure in North American folklore, similar to the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. The creature is often featured in television shows, movies, books, and video games, ranging from horror and science fiction to family-friendly adventure. Festivals, museums, and research organizations dedicated to Bigfoot exist across North America, particularly in areas like the Pacific Northwest, where sightings are most frequently reported. Tourism and economic influence. Towns and regions associated with Bigfoot sightings often capitalize on the legend to attract tourists. Bigfoot-themed merchandise, guided tours, and even conferences are common, contributing to local economies and keeping the legend alive. Scientific and pseudo-scientific research. Bigfoot has inspired both amateur and professional researchers to investigate the possibility of unknown creatures inhabiting the wilderness. While mainstream science remains skeptical, the search for Bigfoot has led to a broader interest in wildlife biology, ecology, and the exploration of uncharted wilderness areas. Bigfoot remains one of the most enduring and compelling legends of North American folklore. Whether viewed as a mysterious creature hiding in the forests or a cultural phenomenon reflecting our fascination with the unknown, Bigfoot continues to capture the imagination of millions. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, the legend persists, blending the boundaries of myth, reality, and the unexplored mysteries of our world.